from the ashes to school the masses. Hello everyone, welcome to episode 127 of the Scholars of Wrestling Show. I'm your man behind the microphone, Scholar Jeff. To my right is Scholar Tarek.
Do you feel that, fool? Do you feel it?
I feel it, fool.
Do you feel the heat wave of Summerslam weekend, baby?
Yes I do. I don't know, do you feel it, Scholar Brian, to my left?
It's...
Well, you do feel a heat wave of,
I feel the heat wave of heat.
Yeah.
It's,
well, you feel the heat wave.
SummerSlam, little lukewarm.
You definitely feel the heat wave of summer.
Yes, I do. Is it slam worthy? I'm not sure quite yet.
Well, we'll address all that, the East Coast heat wave notwithstanding.
However, something did really make me really happy this morning.
Right, so let's...
Boiled your blood, I guess.
Boiled my blood until I had a rant coming, and then this showed up on my timeline, and everything just went out of my head. It's all gone.
All right, so why don't we just get right into it? Let's go into our usual tradition. Let's go into backstage news.
Indeed. Let's start the show how we always start the show, by peeking behind that curtain and checking in on a little
backstage news. Meme.
Oh, you got the double meme.
Oh. I had to, because I missed last week.
I will say, though, it was very pleasant not getting the meh. It's just so disappointing that we had to get the double meh.
See, here's the deal.
It's like
it's
like automatic weapon.
You only don't get the meh when it's a good week, when it's a completely good week in wrestling. Okay?
Ha ha ha.
And when is it ever a completely good week in wrestling?
Well, let's dive right into one of the big news items of the week. Especially just breaking at the time of this recording, suspensions everywhere.
Yay! You get a suspension. You get a suspension. Everybody gets a suspension.
Okay, first let's go back in time for a minute. First, it started off with Alberto Del Rio, which, okay, shocking enough on its own.
Well, not too shocking.
Not too shocking, and it really doesn't matter much, because what was he doing in the long run?
Hell,
anyway?
They called him out on that on SmackDown.
Yeah, what was he really? It's not like a really big loss to the company for 30 days, because what was he doing to begin with? To tell you the truth.
But wait, it gets better, or worse, depending on how you look at it. And then we find out that Paige got a wellness suspension.
On the same day.
That just makes it obvious that they were taking the same thing together. Come on now.
The best part, on the same day, and just to make matters worse, with WWE and their horrible timing, it was on Paige's birthday.
Oh no!
That I did not hear.
I actually heard that. I actually read that today.
Well, I get. Not everyone's birthday could be a good one.
Yeah, don't I know it.
Perfect timing, WWE. Perfect timing indeed.
But that just goes to show that, Paige and Alberto Del Rio were doing the same thing.
But wait, there's more.
And here's where I get happy.
As it turns out, Eva Marie got suspended also for a wellness violation. They all did.
The best part about this, when I first read this morning, my immediate response is, holy shit. They are doing such a great job of keeping her not wrestling. I'm like, oh, this has to be part of the storyline. Holy shit, this is real.
I know.
They're doing such a great job of keeping her out of the ring. Oh, wait, this is actually happening.
And I had such an epic rant going in my head, because I had heard stories from weeks past that said that the SmackDown creative team wanted her to be the face of the SmackDown's women's division, and that's why they're doing this whole story. And it's like, this, the face.
Like, even though she's a heel?
No,
they're actually booking her as a face with this?
No. I'm saying they want her to be the top of the women's division, and I'm like, well, what are you gonna do now?
Well, hey, if they actually,
thank you, Eva, for messing up.
Yeah, honestly, I know it's not the way it should be going, but I honestly love this whole comedy of errors that is Eva Marie's career. It's
right.
It's cycled back to being too entertaining now.
Whenever whenever she's about to get in the ring, something happens that makes it not happen unless it's the WrestleMania pre-show, and who gives a crap about the WrestleMania pre-show anyway?
All right.
You go first.
No, you go first, because I have a scholar's quick talk on this.
I have an idea for anyone on the internet to make a meme out of this. It's because of all the suspensions that happened in the past couple of months. I want to see in WWE and in UFC, or in the case wellness policy violations, I want to see like a meme of all the wrestlers that have been suspended or getting wellness policy violations sitting in a circle. Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns, Alberto Del Rio, Paige, and Eva Marie. They're sitting in a circle, and the picture is Roman Reigns passing a joint to Brock Lesnar, and you have the bubble. You think we'll get in trouble for this? And Brock Lesnar just has that big evil grin on his face. LOL. Nope.
Which leads me into my scholar's quick talk, my first one of the evening. Del Rio, Paige, and Eva Marie. What did they all get busted for? Fool, go.
I don't care.
Hypothetical.
Cocaine.
Brian.
I don't care.
I'm gonna go the marijuana
Mary Jane.
with Paige and Alberto Del Rio, because I could see that. Eva Marie.
Don't be. Let's.
She was
let's
smoking.
be
She was
honest.
smoking.
We'll go
She was
cocaine.
She was smoking Mary Jane while she was on her way to SmackDown, and that's why she couldn't make it on time for her match with Naomi.
There it is, confirmed.
There it is.
There we
Done.
go. That's what happened.
Done.
And that's the way it was.
That's the way the cookie.
It was. It wasn't
Or in this
actually.
case, Eva Marie's.
This
big push
particular one.
crumbles.
This particular one wasn't part of the story. It was actually real.
But it works so well, don't it?
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, wait, is this real? They're doing such a great job of keeping her out of the wrestling ring. Oh my God, this is real. You moron.
I actually saw something from, I think it was maybe on Reddit or something. Something about kayfabe news. You guys
Yes,
read the kayfabe.
I actually know what you're
Kayfabe
saying.
News must be kicking themselves right now because they had that lined up for one of their headlines, Eva Marie getting suspended, and then
And then
It happened. Oh, what have I got to do now?
I actually read the exact same thing
I lost a few hours of work. What am I gonna do? We love you, Kayfabe News. You're great.
Oh God! Apparently, the red dye in Eva Marie's head went into her brain and just made her stupid.
All suspended everything.
You get suspended. You get suspended. Everyone gets suspended.
Ah.
All right. Moving on to actually legitimately good things in their own right. First off, I'm actually a little behind here. I'm disappointed that we did not talk about the G1 climax all that much lately.
Oh, fool! You got behind on your climax.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, sounds like a personal problem.
Maybe it's a bit tamer than last year, huh? Where we were climaxing all the time.
Well, don't say that too soon.
Uh-oh.
Apparently, you get a climax. You get a climax. Everyone gets a climax.
Well,
Jeff is about to erupt.
Oh,
kids, please. Now,
climax.
Just curious, how much did you hear about this year's G1 climax?
Most of the time, it's mainly just from you. So, in this case, it is going to be from you because I haven't heard anything
as of right now.
All right.
Now.
Do you remember some of the names that we predicted to win?
Oh my God! Did they? I remember talking about
I'm just saying. Do you remember any of the names we talked about?
Off the top of my head, no, but I do remember us making predictions.
It's been a couple months, dude.
Okay. Well, basically, we had a winner because, again, just with the way the past couple months have been going, I wasn't able to follow this as diligently as last year. But I'll be honest, the winner this year, they just ended.
Mm-hmm.
The winner this year completely caught me off guard. It was someone I didn't see coming.
DVD Phil?
Drum roll, please.
Uh-oh, he didn't answer.
Kenny Omega.
Really?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kenny Omega.
I actually read something about Kenny Omega earlier.
It was him and Hiroki
Well, at least I saw a
Goto.
headline for it.
It was him and Hiroki Goto in the finals, and then, wouldn't you know it, Kenny Omega wins.
I'm glad that Kenny Omega is actually going places now.
Yeah,
like,
I did
he was a mainstay. He was a mainstay in the Indies for years. Okay, then now he's in Japan and he's winning the G1 climax, erupting in the middle of the ring.
Yeah, he won his big one. There you go. Boom.
Yeah.
Oh, and if recent history is to be believed, this would ideally set him right in line
For the title, right?
For the
a
title
title
in the
shot.
main event at Wrestle
Wrestle
Kingdom
Kingdom.
11.
Oh, yeah, that
in
I
January,
remember.
yeah.
Oh boy. Big
Well, doesn't he
things
have
doing.
to? Isn't he facing the winner of the other bracket to earn that spot? Or
That was the finals.
oh,
He won
really?
He won his bracket, and then Hiroki Goto won the other block. So that was the grand final. So yeah, he won the entire thing.
Oh yeah, title shot for Wrestle Kingdom, baby. Woo!
There you go. And that pretty much we can pretty much pencil him in as the champion.
I think he's got a surprisingly good shot.
Who's the champion right now?
I believe it's Tetsuya Naito. Still,
I can see Kenny Omega winning it.
yeah.
Yeah.
If it was Okada, then maybe
Yeah.
it would be up in the air. But this, I think he's got a legit shot.
That would be a really big moment for him. I would.
And
he
then
would reach his
within
climax.
within 2 years, he'll be
He'll be
hanging out with AJ Styles
Oh, that would be glorious.
in the WWE, and yeah,
I could see that with great partnership New Japan and WWE have. Yeah, I could see that happening.
yeah. Oh, and how happy were you when? Sorry to bring this up, but how happy were you when Shinsuke Nakamura was announced for the WWE 2K17 game?
Why are you
He was?
apologizing to me for this?
Yeah,
I just figured he'd be
he's
a part of
gonna
the roster.
he's gonna finally buy.
He's
the
going to reach
game.
his climax.
He's gonna finally buy the game to play as Shinsuke Nakamura.
Well,
But wait, why? Again, why?
I
Why are
did-
you apologizing?
Because
to me?
I'm a moron. You know.
didn't want to step on anyone's toes or interrupt. But in response to that, real quick, number one, I didn't really even know this. That I just figured that Nakamura was going to be in the next 2K game. I just figured that's the way it was
Well,
going to be.
it's normally rough because when he debuted, okay, that's normally when they do the they have the person as downloadable content instead of in the actual game.
Yeah, he's in the NXT
so
DLC,
he's actually in the game. They actually put him in the game straight up. So I'm like, that's actually kind of big.
Oh, not as DLC?
I don't think it's DLC. I think it's main roster game.
Well, but in the meantime, have you played any of the recent games lately?
Yes.
I was sort of.
I'm going through the career mode of 2K16 now. It gets a little boring. There's only so many times you can face Finn Balor and Kevin Owens, beat the crap out of them before it gets boring.
Yeah, it's actually just starting maybe yesterday. It's actually on Games for Gold. It's actually free on Xbox Live, Xbox One right now.
2K16?
Yeah, 2K16 is free.
Sweet.
So I actually tried out the actual game because I didn't own it before because I thought the past couple of years the games have been a little lacking, and I'm not the biggest fan of the control system right now. I think they changed it a little much for my taste anyway. But
Well, that's what happens when 2K actually took control of this game.
yeah, they said they wanted to make it more of a simulator and as less as opposed to a fighter, which I'm all about. And when you take it in that direction, it doesn't really do much for me. But I don't know. I'll keep an eye on it, see how the project progresses, and maybe I'll check
shall
it out.
let you know.
Yes, give me a review.
Yes,
Do a review on the show, maybe. Who knows?
works for me.
That's actually a good idea. I like that.
The wheels are turning.
October.
Rebel
look
One
for it.
action. Anyway, speaking of WWE, we do need to talk about this: the Cruiserweight Classic and the status of it. Have you guys been watching this?
The last couple weeks, okay, after the Ciampa Gargano match, it got good. Like the first 3 episodes, like you had like okay.
Well, they were
stuff.
they were pretty much.
Yeah,
we were talking about
that
it last week. Yeah,
Yeah, they
the
were
first rounds were just pretty much qualifiers.
They were fun, but it was getting rid of the dead weight.
Yeah,
Really. Now we're in the second round. Here's where the big stuff comes, and oh boy, the last 2 weeks
Yeah.
Did you hear that Kota Ibushi actually declined a full-time WWE contract?
Mm-hmm. Yes,
Yep.
I did.
I actually cried a little bit. I'm like, oh man, I actually would have liked to see him on
trust
at
me.
least on NXT.
We'll get to that. But anyway, did you guys happen to see the Cruiserweight Classic from just this past week?
Only the highlights.
Okay.
I have not been able to because I don't have cable or internet yet.
Okay.
That you have a better argument than I do.
Well,
Yeah.
incoming spoilers alert.
Okay.
Because I know we were talking... Yes, last week we were talking about my boy, Jack Gallagher. I love that dude. Right going into this, because I knew Akira Tozawa was one of the favorites going in.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as the match started, I was like, someone's going to be heartbroken at the end of this. These two had an awesome match. Akira Tozawa was like super aggressive, super fired up, super hard hitting. Jack Gallagher was like ultimate gentlemanly technical wrestler. He put him in something I don't even know how to describe. He like twisted him into a pretzel and then rolled him over on his stomach so he couldn't get out.
I love that little... I love Gallagher.
And then he put
I
him
like
in
him.
some sort of like leg lock where Tozawa was like scrambling to get him and he just kept moving and just like, hello there. It's something you have to see to be believed. It's not something you see anywhere else but with this guy. It's one of those cases where no matter what, I'd be legitimately shocked if they don't pick this guy up for the Cruiserweight division. But unfortunately, that will not lead to the finals of the Cruiserweight Classic because Akira Tozawa ended up beating and eliminating Jack Gallagher, which I was sad.
Aww.
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
whoever wins, we lose.
I knew it was coming because Tozawa, I figured is going to be there
Mm-hmm.
in the end.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I knew it was coming, but what I've seen of Gallagher, sign him immediately.
Yeah.
Do it.
He already got an endorsement from Mick Foley.
He's
like, I want you on Raw.
He's 170 pounds, but do it. Sign him.
He's seriously, I think he's the next coming between the charisma and his technical style. I honestly believe him to be the next coming of William Regal.
Yeah,
I really
I
do.
can
I
believe
just don't. There's a difference between the NXT crowd and the WWE crowd, and I don't know how well that's gonna go over.
He
with
does
the
have
WWE
one important
crowd.
thing. His look and style is very distinct, and he's got that unique charisma that will net him a ton of attention in a sea of just like rando cruiserweights.
Yeah, true.
But again, that's just me. I know I do like what Akira Tozawa pulled off in that match. He ended the match with a really, really great snap German suplex, which looked beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, even though no matter what, next round, third round, we're gonna get him Tozawa versus Grand Metalik, which apparently WWE already signed they didn't sign him, but they signed
They copyrighted the name.
they copyrighted the name Grand Metalik.
So basically, they're signing him.
He's in.
He's in.
That was a no-brainer. Even after his first round match, I'm like, yeah, he's gonna stay a while.
But you give me that match. You give that
is he
20
the one,
to 25
is he the one
minutes.
that they've been saying like they're gonna try and push him as quote the next Rey Mysterio?
I think
It's
he could
certainly
be better.
possible.
Than,
Yeah.
I think he could be better than Rey Mysterio.
So anyway,
As long as he doesn't lose his mask.
Yeah.
he better not. In the meantime,
I will never let that go.
well, how about this? I know your boy Ho Ho Loon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What about him?
Well, he's eliminated. Noam
Oh.
Dar beat him.
Oh, thank God. Get him out of my sight.
Yeah. So you got that anyway. So you feeling a little bit better now?
Yes. That made me feel better. As soon
Okay.
as you brought him up, I'm like, please let him lose. Please let him be out. And I even said he was definitely getting eliminated.
Yeah. And finally, for the
Loon.
third match of this week's Cruiserweight Classic, we had Brian Kendrick versus Tony Nese.
Apparently, from what I heard, Tony Nese put on a damn show.
And he did. He sort of reminded me of a very Rob Van Dam in his style.
Well, this one I actually watched the entire match.
Yes.
So I was like, after watching some of the highlights, the one with my least favorite ho-ho. I'm just going to call him my least favorite ho-ho.
Your little ho-ho.
My little ho-ho. Son of a bitch. But yeah, as soon as I saw the highlights of the Brian Kendrick match, I'm like, hell with it. I'm watching the whole thing. This was good. Get me off the edge of my seat.
I want to see Tony Nese for the contract also.
I think he did.
Well, it's good. Good on you, WWE. You're doing it right. You're doing this Cruiserweight Classic thing right.
Oh, yes. He absolutely is. And it gets better.
But wait, there's more.
Because Brian Kendrick won. Which means in round 3, we get Brian Kendrick versus Kota Ibushi.
Oh, boy.
That's going to be a fun one.
Oh, boy. Yeah. I need new pants.
Keep it in your pants. Robert.
Talk about a climax.
God, keep it in your pants, Brian.
So, with all that on the horizon, we still have the last few matches of the second round to go through, which is, of course, to remind everybody, TJ Perkins versus Johnny Gargano, Lince Dorado versus Rich Swann, and Drew Gulak versus Zack Sabre Jr.
I really do have to agree with Daniel Bryan on this. That he's expressed his his disappointment that the Cruiserweight division is going to be exclusive to Raw only, especially with Mauro Ranallo and him commentating, and now they're both on SmackDown. It actually would be a good addition for SmackDown, but
because I mean SmackDown's weak as it is, so you get at least an entire division of Cruiserweights. It gives you something to look forward to every week, but instead it's on Raw.
I won't go so far as saying it's weak. Sometimes I have to say SmackDown is putting on better shows than Raw.
I didn't like either show really this week.
Raw, I really have to admit, was really boring. Yeah. I really was bored. But SmackDown wasn't the best SmackDown. I actually liked last week's SmackDown better, but this one definitely had left a few more marks.
But anyway, we'll see how the shows develop and how the Cruiserweight division develops as a whole as we go. But in the meantime, we got a bigger fish to fry. We've got this year's WWE Summerslam.
Fish to fry on the grill because, it's summer, baby.
I wasn't even thinking that, but whatever. Hey,
we'll go with it. Oh.
Let's roll with it.
We're doing it live.
It's SummerSlam. Let's do this thing. Okay, I'm basically doing this in reverse order from how they were listed on the WWE website. So let's just dive right into this thing. First match I saw listed, Carmella 6-man tag match
or
6-woman tag match. Yeah. Thank you. Excuse me. Carmella, Becky Lynch, and Naomi versus NATALYA, Alexa Bliss, and
I guess now you could say a mystery partner.
And the mystery partner, Tarek is gonna hate me. Tarek is gonna hate me because someone else was cleared to wrestle this morning.
Who?
Just say
it. And you know what?
Just say
you know what? Just Nikki Bella has been cleared to return.
Oh, okay.
Okay, you know that she's gonna be on the brand with her boyfriend or fiance or whatever the hell they are right now. And if she comes back as a heel, it's a perfect fit. Because I was gonna say the heel team wins, because that's the way it looked like it was. They said that they wanted to do big things with Eva Marie, so I had a feeling that she was gonna come in and pick up the pin. But if you have a returning Nikki Bella, okay, she'll fit in that slot for one night. Okay, I guarantee you, okay, you don't have to like it, but it'll be a better wrestling match than we had with Eva Marie in the offering. So I'm saying the heel team wins.
Okay.
With Nikki Bella getting the pin. With Nikki Bella as the mystery partner that will come in to take Eva Marie's place. Because I don't think that they'd let that news come out if she wasn't ready. And they let that news drop just after they let the news drop that Eva Marie was suspended.
Yeah, as much as I wanted to see the faces win this one, if Eva Marie, just because of how that would set up.
And Carmella, I think, would take the full.
The more I think about it, the more I think, you're probably right. I'm going to second your vote. Heel team wins. Fool, what do you think?
I guess it's going to be a hat trick on this one because I'm picking the heel team as well. Even if it isn't Nikki Bella, even before this whole reveal of Eva Marie getting suspended, WWE is having a hard time with Becky Lynch. Mm-hmm. They are just putting her in like the worst position right now. And she's at a point where I just can't see her win. Plus, when did Naomi become a face?
When she came back and got a new entrance, I guess.
Which was completely awkward because the promo she cut on the first SmackDown was very heel.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, what? Just because she was supposed to face Eva Marie Tuesday night, and because of the whole traffic thing, automatically she's a face?
Well, remember, okay, this is the same division that had the Bellas turning heel and face depending on which week it was. Okay, yeah. I don't expect continuity.
Continuity?
Whatever.
We get you.
You get
it's
it.
An imperfect
you get what I'm dropping.
Yeah.
It's an imperfect system. The system isn't going to fix itself overnight.
Yeah, and now you have, and that was the way to get it back to half and half.
And I definitely agree with you, Brian. Carmella is definitely taking the pin on this one, because hell, just from when she first debuted on SmackDown, she had barely a line, and they cut her off. So she's definitely the weak link of this.
And you've got the just returning Naomi with the big entrance, and if Becky Lynch I won't be mad if Becky Lynch takes the pin.
Yes,
if she took the pin from Eva Marie, I was gonna throw crap at the TV. But anybody else is fine.
Hell, I already because I was suspecting Eva Marie was gonna win by a roll up.
Yeah.
She
gets in the ring for 10 seconds.
No, she only gets in the ring just to do a roll up.
Yeah,
the whole match would have just been Alexa Bliss and Natalya doing the entire match. She
tags herself in,
and then she automatically tags herself in and gets a roll up, and that just adds on the hate.
And you know what? I would honestly love that.
I hate Eva Marie for every reason, good and bad.
We'll see where this
goes. She is
goes.
doing her job right, but it's at that point where it's like, oh, I've hated you even before you were doing it right.
Okay,
even when you're right, you're wrong.
I hated you when you didn't know how to throw a punch.
All right, in that case, let's cleanse the palate here for a minute. Let's have a goose robot moment. Let's talk about the first of the best of 7 series, Cesaro versus Sheamus. Let's go, Fool. Cleanse the palate. Who do you got?
This has actually been the weirdest storyline going in Raw. Because, Cesaro already won twice against Sheamus.
Which is why I'm going with my pick.
Which is most likely why I'm most likely going to go with Sheamus.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Sheamus because if he loses 3 times in a row, why are we even doing this?
Yes.
They even had an interview with Triple H and they called him out on the whole 50-50 booking. Granted, I don't remember what his response to it was, but the fact that they are calling him out on it, trust me, you guys both know. I want Cesaro to do a clean sweep. That's what I want to see.
But you gotta have the 7.
You gotta have this is obviously gonna go into 7. And it's going to be some kind of dirty pin scenario.
This feud so far has been all Cesaro. So Sheamus needs a pin. Then they can go back and forth, trading victories and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And
quickest consensus ever.
I feel that in the end, Cesaro is going to come out on top. But Sheamus needs the victory for this match to even make the whole best of 7 make sense.
I really hope this actually leads to something.
And I think it really will.
Cesaro's been showing heelish tendencies. So I
still feel like he's going to be the first one to jump shows.
I think it's Owens.
Not like official trades or anything. Just he will show up saying, He'll rip off his shirt. I am a SmackDown guy, that type of thing. Not official trading or anything.
Yeah, true enough.
Because he just the draft and Daniel Bryan even calling out on that when he showed up on Raw. I'm like, they just keep throwing hints. It has to happen.
And we'll see how it goes. We certainly got a lot of matches to see how this develops, and I can't wait to see it. In the meantime, we also have, for the Intercontinental title, The Miz versus Apollo Crews. Fellas, who do you got?
I'm picking The Miz. I just can't. They have had zero build for this match. Maybe just one quick little thing on this past SmackDown, but really, there hasn't been really anything building up for this feud. There is no feud. It's just a match. And because this is the Miz most successful Intercontinental title run, hell, this is his most successful title run, period.
Yeah, I don't think Apollo Crews is the one to end his reign. I think this is a one-off, one and done.
Yeah, exactly.
Totally agreed.
The Miz wins.
Totally agreed. I'm agreeing with you guys. I don't think Apollo Crews is there yet for all his gifts. I just don't think he's really found his stride yet.
Going with the Apollo Crews meme. Hey, at least I got a title shot.
There you
I'm just glad I got a title shot.
Tee-hee.
Big grit. Tee-hee. I like that. Tee-hee.
Tee-hee. I'm wrestling. Speaking of tee-hee, next match. Give it a moment. Anyway, speaking of tee-hee and comedy and all that good stuff, next match we've got Enzo and Cass versus the stellar new tag team of Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho.
The build for this match has been the best thing I've seen in a long time.
This is one of the best storylines that is coming out of Raw right now.
And because Owens and Jericho have been killing it, but it's in Enzo and Cass's backyard. Enzo and Cass are gonna win.
Yeah, this is another very blatant call for me. I gotta say Enzo and Cass. As much as I hope this feud continues, but for tonight, given where it is and kind of match it is, I'm gonna go with Enzo and Cass.
I want Owens and Jericho to team for a long time. It's too good. It's too good.
Fool, what do you think?
Honestly, because they're so good, and just we know, and another reason they like to have the hometown guys lose more often than not. I'm actually gonna go with Jericho on this one. I'm gonna actually
our first contrary opinion of the evening.
Trust me, I won't be shocked if Enzo and Cass win because they are on the top of the mountain right now. But I feel like this loss actually won't hurt them. And really, if you do want to keep this feud going, have the heels pull an upset on this one. And I agree with you. I hope Jericho stays on for a long time. And I feel like a win would help them build momentum on keeping that going.
I want them to be tag team champions.
Until they eventually have to face one another to show who's the better Canadian.
You know what's going to happen.
They're gonna have a fantastic feud when it comes down to that.
Yeah.
I want them to have a match at Mania.
Here's the problem: who's the heel and who's the face? Or is it just two guys going at it?
I can see Kevin Owens going in as the face on this one.
Yeah, I can see him doing that.
More because Jericho will be that point of. Face it, Kevin Owens really doesn't need it, but it's the whole.
He can just go up to his kid and be like, "Yeah, Owen's a stupid idiot," and like slap.
Not even that. It's just kind of like what is the word for it? It's just like the veteran putting over the younger guy.
That's just it. Just the veteran. That's
the best better way to.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
There's another word for it, but we'll just move on past that. But it's the veteran putting over the younger guy.
Mm-hmm.
Which I can't wait. And usually the veteran is usually the heel on that one. So
yeah, I see what kind of dynamic you're going for. I'm totally in agreement. Yeah,
I'm gonna be the lone shark on this one and pick Jericho. I love that name. They're gonna be better than Jericho.
Oh yes.
Which means they're gonna break up on Sunday night.
Oh my god! If this was only for like less than a month, I will legit cry. I will cry. I'm like, oh my god, they had so much potential of keeping this going for maybe another month or two. And no.
But hey, we haven't even gotten to the match yet, so I for one cannot say one way or the other. It's too early to call. Let's just enjoy the great match that we know we're going to see. Okay?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So in the meantime, we have another tag match on the docket. We've got the New Day versus the Club of Anderson and Gallows for the WWE Tag Team titles.
Dr. Gallows and Dr. Anderson took Big E's balls, and now they're going to take the New Day's titles. The Club wins.
Okay.
I guess I wouldn't put it that way, but I'm gonna say agree with that. The New Day have been fantastic as tag team champions,
But it's them.
but Anderson and Gallows need this. They need it. They need the title.
I am in total agreement.
They need the titles. I hope they don't keep the Dr. Gallows and Dr. Anderson thing after they win it. I hope this was just for New Day. I mean, come on, the ring. What is it? Ring postitis.
Ring postitis.
Ring postitis. That was close.
It's-
Ring post.
I thought that this was going to be stupid, but it's funny as hell.
Well, it was. I actually thought it was hilarious the first week. The second week, not so much. I was just like, "Holy shit! Are they really gonna blow up Big E's quote quote balls?" And actually, they kind of did. Well, at least one of them.
Hey, they did something. They're doing something.
It was a little too weird for me, and I hope it doesn't keep going. I hope it was just the one time thing with at least just for the New Day.
I strongly think it is.
I hope they don't come out to like the ER theme music wearing the doctor jackets.
I really don't think so. I highly doubt it.
I also don't want them to come out with a jar that has Biggie's ball in it. They blew up the other one, so I can't say balls.
balls of steel.
Or a hard boiled egg.
Oh boy. All right.
God, that was so dumb.
All right, let's scrap the balls for now. Let's talk about something else. Let's talk about the women's title.
I see what you did there. You're getting a golf clap on that one. You're
Estrogen. Estrogen, yes.
No balls.
Yes. Yes, we're talking about the women's title match. That is legitimately, I think, in all seriousness, is going to be a great one. Sasha Banks, the champion, versus the challenger Charlotte. Who do you got?
This one's another obvious one for me. Sasha. Sasha's going to hold this for a long time.
Oh, yeah. This is just going to be a let's go out and just have a great match type of thing. It's not. I don't think there's going to be any legitimate drama of...
Especially since Dana can't be there.
Oh, there's going to be drama. It's just Dana Brooke is going to start a feud with Charlotte, and this is what's going to start it.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about there isn't... I don't think too many people are actually thinking that Charlotte is going to end up winning the title tonight. Or on Sunday night.
No.
Okay. I thought for a second there was a
no.
So I thought you were going to be like, actually, I think Charlotte could do it.
I'm going to say the boss is going to keep a hold of the belt.
Okay, you had me worried there for a second. I was like, am I missing a detail? No, I'm not.
No, we're going to have Dana Brooke versus Charlotte, and this is going to be how Dana Brooke starts it by costing Charlotte the women's title.
Okay.
So, I really wish I could be more. I really wish I could be more thrilled about it, but I kind of not.
I've got a feeling that this is going to be one of those matches that we're distracted by something else, where we're getting really excited and really hyped about one match, but then there's that other match or two on the card that it really ends up sort of, oh yeah, this match is here too. Oh yeah, this match is really good. I can see that being one of those types of matches.
I guess it's just been the lackluster build they've been having for this title match. I mean, from what I really can remember, the biggest thing that happened was when Enzo and Jericho showed up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was completely random.
It was completely random.
It's like Jericho's music hit, and I'm like, wait, why?
Granted, Charlotte and Sasha Banks' promo before they came out was awesome with how...
That entire segment was great. And then it just kind of went downhill from there for this feud.
I don't even... so downhill that I don't even remember.
Because most of it was getting Dana Brooke out of the way. It had nothing to do with...
But that's not going to be the case because she's still going to be involved, god damn it. God, I don't like Dana Brooke.
Tarek, settle.
Just...
Breathe in.
I just hate all the things that they're going to try and push her. Dana Brooke is one of the top faces for the women's division.
Well, hey, if it's any consolation, just remember, at Takeover, we're going to get Ember Moon, and just last week on NXT, they debuted a couple of new girls. One has a MMA gimmick. Another one looks like some sort of crazy cyborg Barbie doll. And the other one is just a...
female Salvo?
No, she just looks like... She looks like what Eva Marie was trying to be, except Eva Marie just came out as a parody of herself. Anyway, just watch NXT, you'll see what I mean. Anyway, women's division aside for the moment, next match for the U.S. title, we've got Rusev versus Roman Reigns. Gentlemen, what do you got?
This is the first one where I start to waffle around.
Define waffling around.
He's unsure.
I had this as Roman Reigns since the beginning. Okay, then he gets a clean pin on Raw. And I'm like, I'm going Rusev dirty. Rusev retains. Probably because of something Lana does.
Oh, I agree. I am actually agreeing with that. Hell, even before when this feud first started,
once she got her face shoved into the wedding cake, I was like, Lana's got to do something. She didn't do it on Monday. She's going to do it during the actual championship match.
They put so much time and effort to rebuilding Rusev as this big, powerful force, and just to have Roman Reigns come in and pull the superstar Mario and just end it all, kind of similar to what John Cena did. I just can't see that happening. I want Rusev to just keep pushing on, being one of the top heels on Raw, and him keeping the United States title is just perfect. He really is one of the best heels they have right now.
And if you want to keep him as the best heel, you can't have him lose decisively twice.
Exactly.
In a row, in 2 straight matches. Okay, once, fine.
It's that stupid garbage booking that they have the champion lose when the title's not on the line, but he will win when the title is on the line, even when it comes to shenanigans.
If it happened a week ago, if it happened last week, fine, but not the week before the pay-per-view.
Initially, I was going into this thinking, since it's Roman Reigns is going to win. But since you put it that way, and now I'm honestly on the fence here. Like I said, I'm sort of waffling back and forth.
Now you're using the waffle.
Well, at your cue.
At my cue.
He's the one who made it. He's the one who first brought it to the conversation.
Whatever, I want waffles. Anyway,
that actually sounds good. Belgian waffles.
Yes. Hell yeah. Anyway, I'm sort of going. I can definitely see us go either way. Like, sure, what you're saying does make sense. It really does. But at the same time, it's also Roman Reigns we're talking about here. So any number of bizarre things can happen.
Even John Cena never beat someone decisively on a Raw and then beat him at the pay-per-view. Okay? If you want Roman Reigns to get back and to try to get in our good graces, okay, you can't have him do that. You can't have him win 2 big matches in a row against the same guy, one for the title, one not. Okay, if this feud's gonna continue. It's got to continue. Roman Reigns is going to have the United States title by the end of it, but not
right now.
Not right now.
Agreed. I will say, if WWE doesn't want to go back to square one with Roman Reigns, where he wins, we all boo him out of the building. You can't have him win the title. Yeah.
Do the John Cena thing. Let Roman Reigns run around with the United States title for a few months. Right? Let him face everybody for the United States title. That was good. That was fun. That made me actually give a crap about John Cena again. Maybe it'll work out the same way for Roman Reigns.
I'm sure they're hoping that.
But you can't have it start you can't have it start by him burying Rusev in the first shot.
And there it is.
I will say, when Roman Reigns just first showed up and he didn't really say anything, he just was attacking Rusev. I liked it. It is, once again, they give him a mic, and you can definitely tell how scripted his promo is.
I liked the wedding cake promo, but that was only because the reception beforehand with Rusev and Lana, the 15 minutes beforehand, was so horrible that even Roman Reigns could have done better than that, and he came out and did.
I don't even want to talk about it anymore, because I told it to Jeff when we recorded it. I actually hated that segment. And it's for actually the wrong reason. It's not the reasons like you did, because it was like, oh, it's such a terror. It's like, this is your life, John Cena bad. This is just, they took, because I know what it's like to get to pretty much brag about my wedding to people, but to use it so you can boo, like saying, oh, boo your wedding, it rubbed me the wrong way. To like them using the happiest moment of their lives just to get cheap heat. Granted, it's their job now. They put it into their position, but for me, it rubbed me the wrong way.
The segment,
it left a bad taste.
And the segment was so bad that Roman Reigns got the most cheers that he's ever got just for coming out and ending it. Okay, and that's when you know.
But yeah,
in this day and age.
On the same thing, though, everyone going into this also realizes that it's a wrestling show.
Yeah.
And you know that's Rusev is supposed to be the bad guy, but we really know better. So it's sort of that old school, like what we're programmed to know. Like
if it was like storyline wedding, then I would actually be like, oh, this is the heel heat. This is stupid and all that.
Yeah.
But it's from their actual wedding.
Right.
It's it's a real life wedding.
I know that. But it's just sort of that programming that's sort of kicking in all real world logic. You're absolutely right. I'm just sort of playing devil's advocate here and just sort of explaining the phenomenon that you're seeing.
I completely understand why they did it. I just didn't like that. Like, I wouldn't do it.
Hey, that's fair. Absolutely fair.
I completely understand why they did it. And it's great heel heat. It really is. But I wouldn't use the happiest day of my life like that.
Agreed.
Yeah, I don't like
just to have random strangers be like, boo your wedding, boo your happiness, that type of ordeal.
That's why even when it's fake, I don't like weddings on WWE TV.
Unless it's Randy Savage and Miss Elizabeth.
Yeah, because that was basically real. Might as well have been, right?
Yeah.
That's it.
But anyway, we're getting off track, sort of. Anyway.
To an extent.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, next match. This is where it's getting interesting. John Cena versus AJ Styles.
I'll say it.
AJ
Styles, clean.
Yes. Absolutely.
John Cena's leaving to do his show. AJ Styles is apparently going to be in the title feud.
There you go.
Up next.
That's exactly
AJ Styles needs to win, and he needs to win clean.
Okay, I honestly thought that this one was going to be a little bit more split than it was, but that has to be one of the faster consensuses we've come to.
I've heard what they're planning for the next title feud, and for that to happen, this needs to go down clean, decisive.
I was gonna go from the future booking that we all read to the old school booking where the John Cena AA'd AJ Styles through the announce table on SmackDown, and it's like, oh, he quote technically was the loser. So it's that type of booking. The loser always wins. Or the guy who
because now we can actually do that again because Raw and SmackDown are separate.
Yeah. But yeah, AJ Styles needs to win, and now that he has no club, I think he is going to win clean.
Mm-hmm.
And John Cena is at the point where he is putting people over for the right reasons, and there you go. This match is making AJ Styles one of the real top guys for WWE. Yes, he is one. He kind of is one now, but this one solidifies it.
John Cena will put AJ Styles back where he was before he met Roman Reigns.
Boom. Let's make it happen.
Well, the real difference, I can agree to that and disagree because, granted, it's AJ Styles, quote quote, debuting, but they're actually bringing his past in. This is actually making him like the main event guy when he was in TNA, the main event guy when he was in Ring of Honor, the main event guy when he was in New Japan. This is solidifying him as a top guy, like one of the top heels of the company.
Mm-hmm. So, moving on to our first title, real big world title match of the evening, Dean Ambrose versus Dolph Ziggler. Who do you guys got?
I am going with my boy Dean Ambrose, because first of all, I think the better storytelling device for Dolph Ziggler is for him to lose, go batshit insane, and turn heel. I think it's better storytelling than him winning the title and going back to the way he was, which is where I can see the WWE going with him if he wins the title. And I want to see Dean Ambrose versus AJ Styles. That's just me. So, and the fact that Dolph Ziggler got the upper hand on SmackDown, going to old school booking, says that Dean Ambrose wins and we move on. I think that this whole storyline, Dean Ambrose getting into Dolph Ziggler's head, Dean Ambrose beats Dolph Ziggler, and Dolph Ziggler goes insane and says, "Screw the crowd, screw this," starts beating down people. Then we get the new Dolph Ziggler character that I don't think we get if he wins the title. And that's the Dolph Ziggler character that I want to see.
This match, in my opinion, is the hardest match for me to decide.
I'll second that, definitely.
Because I like the Finn Balor, Seth Rollins build, but I like this build a lot more. Because we've been following Dolph Ziggler for years. And how they're putting his entire career in this storyline, which is making it even more difficult to make the decision because Dean Ambrose is the one coming in all heelish.
That actually made it easier for me to make the decision that I made. They put his whole career in here, and Dean Ambrose is gonna win, and Dolph Ziggler is like, I just put everything into this, and it didn't work, so I need to go even. I can't
100% agree on that. I see it. I can see it. I honestly, I'd like to see a mentally ill heel Dolph Ziggler, because that would actually be something different for his character, and just great storyline developing for him. But to be perfectly honest, the way I'm going to choose Dean Ambrose as well. But I can see him almost losing the belt. Because this is
almost. It's
going to be. But I definitely, because I'm also adding in the one factor that's in this storyline that's not in the match. And that's Bray Wyatt.
I'm not adding in that factor because of SmackDown and the way he got in Randy Orton's face. I'm putting that in that match. I don't think Bray Wyatt has anything to do with this match.
That's what makes it so hard, because I want to see, I do kind of want to see Dolph Ziggler win the big belt.
I want to see him win it, but not right now.
Yeah.
I want to see him.
To be perfectly honest, with how they've been building this, I want to see this. I want to see something similar to Austin turning heel and joining up with McMahon.
And you know what? That's exactly what I was thinking. That's the exact rationale that I'm thinking. That Dolph Ziggler is so desperate that he cheats to win, and that's how he gets it. So, before I completely derail your train of thought, I'm actually going to go on a limb here. I'm going to pick Dolph Ziggler. I'm sorry, continue.
I'm also just going in with the fact that they want to have Dean Ambrose versus AJ Styles as the next big title feud. Granted, I would be happy with either guy facing AJ Styles, because just think about like Dolph Ziggler versus AJ Styles for the title.
If it wasn't SummerSlam, I would be like, what if it's a draw? Nobody wins. And then at the next show, whenever that is, triple threat match for the title. And then everybody gets what they want. Dean Ambrose versus Dolph Ziggler versus AJ Styles. Holy shit.
Hey, it still could happen.
But I can also see Dean Ambrose losing just mainly because the people backstage at WWE is kind of unhappy with his podcast. With what he said about Brock Lesnar being lazy with their like they can use that as punishment for him. There's so many, like I said, this was the hardest match to decide for me. And I'm sticking with my answer with Dean Ambrose, but I really do want to see Dolph Ziggler win the title soon, because I even told Jeff this. He really is starting to become like a newer rendition of Shawn Michaels.
You know what I can see? With this storyline about his career, I could see Ziggler winning the Royal Rumble.
I could see that too.
And then him finally winning the big one at WrestleMania.
And because he's taken on the super kick and actually making that his finishing move, which Jeff and I had a kind of a debate about it. Was it last week we had the debate about it? Yeah,
I can't remember.
Yes, it was last week, because it stemmed from the whole Braun Strowman finishing maneuver. Just become about finishing maneuvers in general. I actually want him, instead of just like him naming super kick, I want him to name the super kick the showstopper.
Because I can see AJ Styles winning the title from Dean Ambrose, and then Dolph Ziggler winning the Royal Rumble, and then you get Dolph Ziggler versus AJ Styles for the title at WrestleMania. Dolph Ziggler finally wins the big one. I just feel that with they need more than 3 or 4 weeks in order for me to. They need to build Dolph Ziggler more for me before he gets the title. I'm fine. I said it after he won the match to get in the first place. I wasn't sold on him actually being the contender. His promos have got me to the point where I'm like, okay, I'm down for this match.
It re-sparked your fandom in Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah, I'm down for this match, but for me, it's too soon for him to have the title. Give him a few months to either turn heel and be the mental nutcase, or to just continue on with the I lost to Dean Ambrose. I need to. I'm the show off. I'm the showstopper, but I can't be that anymore. I gotta actually focus and
not the the show stealer.
Yeah, and you get a few months of him just beating everybody, and then he wins the Royal Rumble, goes on to WrestleMania. That's what I want to see. It's too soon for me for Dolph Ziggler to become champion.
The one thing that also made this so grand and interesting is that how much they're so investing in him. Which, like, they put so much invested on, like, you can't do it, just so he can end up, we were right all along, you can't do it. It just, I feel like it would hurt him. But
which is why I'm like, he has to do something after the match.
He has to do something. It's kind
of,
he has to be what Dean Ambrose was when he was going for the title last year with Seth Rollins, having it like on the tip of his fingers and just missing it.
Yeah, like he hits the super kick, too close to the ropes. Too close to the ropes. Hits the zigzag, kicks out at 2 2 7/8. It's like you're right there. You're right there, but Dean Ambrose got you with a lucky one, or something.
Oh, the show off. God damn it, Wyatt.
Or something like that. Or something
we're
like
drifting between topic and topic.
Or something like that. I'm like, it's gonna be awesome. The match is gonna be awesome. I think Dean Ambrose pulls it out by a hair, and that causes Dolph Ziggler to do either one of two things, which we've already stated. And it's got to be after the match, no matter what. I just think it's too soon.
What I want to see happen at the end, I could see them pushing Dolph Ziggler to be a big top babyface, like one of the top.
Like maybe be like, okay, you got me.
Like he'll still end up losing, but Dean Ambrose, who's been saying he doesn't have it to be the champion, but he was so close, kind of similar to Undertaker Jeff Hardy. He'll just shake his hand at the end of the match, and then
Dolph Ziggler will be like, "I'll be back. I'll see you real soon."
Yeah, and then when Dean turns away, he just pulls him back, and he just like shows that he still has that show-offy, like heelish tendencies, kind of like what I'm gonna keep going, kind of like a Heartbreak Kid thing, just showing you may have beaten me in this battle, but the war is far from over.
Yeah, and there's like dozens and dozens of different ways this match can play out. We could keep going at this all night.
I'm really this is actually the match I'm really looking forward to the most.
Oh yeah, and it's easy to see why. In the meantime, we still have 2 monumental matches still left to go. We've got, first off, for the new Universal title, Finn Balor versus Seth Rollins. Gentlemen, how do you see it going?
I have been this is the one.
For you?
For me. That was so hard. Because at first I was like, Seth Rollins is going to win. Because when all the storylines started converging, I was like, they want the Shield to come out of SummerSlam all holding titles. I felt that, but now
I remember you saying that.
But now that Roman Reigns, I think, is gonna lose, and I started thinking the way that they were building up Finn Balor as the Demon, I was like, they're gonna have Finn Balor win to start that, and then they blew their load on Monday. If they had saved the Demon for the pay-per-view, okay, I would be more in for Finn Balor winning. But they didn't. They showed it on Raw, and he beat the crap out of Seth Rollins. I'm sticking with old school booking on this one. Seth Rollins wins the title via bullshit means. So the storyline continues. If they had waited for the reveal of the Demon till SummerSlam, and we see the Seth Rollins that we saw on Monday night, then I'd be like, Finn Balor's winning.
I've got a counterpoint to that.
But the fact that we got that on Monday, and we got the beatdown. If it had just been him coming out and then just going away and be like, see you Sunday, that kind of thing, I'd be like, okay, there's still a shot. But there's the beatdown, and I feel like Finn Balor would be better to chase for a little while anyway. I think the crowd could go sour on him if they give him the title right away, because he would be the quickest champion. He would be the quickest to come up from developmental or from another company and become a major champion. Universal, WWE, World Heavyweight, whatever. He'd be the quickest, and it could sour people on him.
You know what? I'm considering everything that you just said, but just first off, as far as just like the Demon makeup goes, I'm convinced that it's not quite as new, since he's not just like, it's not like he's coming directly from like New Japan and just like doing this as soon as he enters the WWE proper. The Demon makeup is something that's sort of been known for a while, by maybe not by a huge amount of the fan base, but it's still known. It's still a known thing.
It's still a known thing to people like us and the people who watch NXT.
It's in the pipeline, though. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's true, but it's
that,
still something that should have been saved for a pay-per-view.
I agree initially, but it's not such a severe transgression that it would necessarily hinder him.
Oh, I'm not saying it hinders him. I'm not saying anything like that. I'm just saying that, to me, it means that them doing it on Raw instead of SummerSlam means the perfect way for him to win, for him to have won at SummerSlam, would be the Demon shows up, Seth Rollins gets the face that you saw on Monday where he's like, oh shit. And then you have the match, and Finn Balor comes out on top. I'm like, Seth Rollins has seen it. He has time to prepare, which means it's no longer clear cut. And for me, if Seth Rollins has time to prepare, Seth Rollins will find a way to come out.
But then again, Seth Rollins isn't Batman. It's not like if he has prep time, he'll automatically win.
And I'm of the mind that it's too soon. I'll sour on him.
And I'm also going to say that if people sour on Finn Balor even quicker if they make a big deal out of this whole demon gimmick, and then his first major match on the main roster, he loses. I
feel like they've booked this all wrong to begin with.
I'm thinking they can still do their whole WWE. We're the WWE. Not even we know what we're going to do. LOL. For good or for ill, I can definitely.
Whoever wins this match,
what comes down
win.
to is this. I'm seeing enough things in Finn Balor's favor that I'm going to end up picking him.
I figured you would to begin with.
Anyway, Fool, break the tie. Who do you got?
I know what he's got.
Yeah, Brian and I actually talked about this.
Me.
Yeah, we already talked about this.
Break the deadlock, Fool. What do you got?
Both of you have made very, very good arguments on your choices. The one thing that is leading me to this is Raw really doesn't have a definitive top face right now. And having him win the title will solidify him in that position. I'm actually gonna pick Finn Balor on this one.
Yes.
It's not because of you.
One of me.
It was not because of you.
Can we say this though? Whoever wins this match, we all win no matter what.
Yes, no matter. And
fair.
honestly, yeah, I don't think it'll hurt him in the long run. We've already seen what Finn Balor can do in NXT against top names who's been around for a long time,
yeah.
And every match that he's been in has been up to 5 stars. It is no shadow of a doubt, giving him the title is a right thing, and having him be solidified as the first Universal Champion will be just reaching high grounds. And when you saying that he could be a good chaser, really looking at it, both guys can be great chasers.
The best way I can see a Finn Balor win, is if they do the double turn. The club wins the tag team titles. They reform.
I don't think they're
Balor
gonna.
Club. Okay, because here's the deal. Here's where I'm going with the souring on Finn Balor. Okay, because he beat the 4 top guys on Raw. Basically, he beat 4 of the top superstars on Raw. Gets the title shot his first night on Raw. They do that face-to-face promo, and I'm looking at Twitter and message boards and all this, and this is IWC people and fans, and they're shitting all over Finn Balor.
Why?
Just for the face-to-face promo.
I actually thought the face-to-face promo was brilliant.
And besides, internet fans are going to be hypercritical of
So
absolutely
it's like,
anything.
Of absolutely,
they will find anything to bitch about.
But here's the problem. Okay, then other people go and read those. Okay, I'm just worried. Okay, either way, it's not a problem with me if Finn Balor wins in the first month. I'm just worried about people. Like, this is the fastest rise to main event. Even Brock Lesnar went slower. Okay, that's it.
Well, Brock Lesnar also didn't have NXT for a good long while.
He had OVW,
which also didn't have the hype and following NXT does today.
I'm just saying that if they do this the wrong way, if they do it too soon, then Finn Balor's done before he's out of the gate.
I will agree. I will definitely 100% agree with you on this. They should not have shown the Demon King on Raw.
They should have done that promo from that backstage promo from the week before. They should have done that last night. They should have done something else the week before that. You know, when he did that promo and was like, was in the back, he was in the suit and all that, and they were showing the pictures of the Celtic people, and he was talking about, you'll find out about the Demon King.
Yeah.
And they should have done that last night and did something else.
The one real thing is, when it comes to Finn Balor, they're not gonna have him be the celebrity. Like, he's not gonna have that makeup every show. Like, they're gonna have
no doubt.
Yeah, but
they've already showed that. I'm just like, you don't show that face paint on a Raw ever. I don't care.
I see it sort of like
I can understand for it being the go home show, but I do agree. They really shouldn't have shown. They should have at least shown, like, on the Titantron, an outline of him in demon form, and then the lights come on and there he is, normal, in the background, showing he has the Demon King presence, but he doesn't need it. He doesn't need the makeup.
Yeah. In the end, will I be surprised if Finn Balor wins? No. I'm expecting it. I'm 75% expecting it. But I have the reservations of what I saw on Raw, and that's making me lean towards Seth Rollins.
Mm.
Well, just to put the whole Demon King thing to bed, yeah, I was a little thrown off by the fact that they did it on Monday Night Raw. But after thinking about it, I kind of see it sort of like The Undertaker. Sure, you've seen him come out, but it's still awesome and still hasn't really lost too much. Plus, it also isn't factoring in special pay-per-view, special custom entrances and costumes and all that, which, because it's body paint, they can do like all these different variants, and he could conceivably have something brand new for SummerSlam weekend.
As long as this is the only time we see the body paint on Raw.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got.
I'll be okay with that.
It's still a rarity.
That is a pay-per-view only thing. Like, even on NXT, you saw it rarely. You saw it at the pay-per-view shows.
Again,
you saw it at the NXT rivals.
Yeah, thankfully it's only one Raw.
Yeah, and hopefully it'll be the only Raw.
Yeah. So to me, it's not a pattern yet, so I'm not really concerned about that. But in the meantime, we still have one more match to discuss, because this is a seriously big card. We've got Brock Lesnar.
They're having? It's
understandable. We've got Brock Lesnar versus Randy Orton. Guys, how do you see this going?
Here's my thing. All right. The only times Brock Lesnar has lost in a singles match that wasn't due to bullshit. I'm talking about the Undertaker, and his little tap thing.
Middle finger
pass out. Yeah, that the only times Brock Lesnar has lost in a singles match is during a street fight. There was something extra added on. Okay, John Cena and Triple H. Okay, I feel like at this point you've built up Brock Lesnar too hard to. It's like I didn't agree with someone already established taking down The Undertaker, and I don't agree with someone established taking down Brock Lesnar. I think with the story that they were building up on SmackDown, Bray Wyatt getting into the stare down with Randy Orton, that instead of Bray Wyatt getting involved in the World Heavyweight in the WWE World Heavyweight title picture, he's gonna screw over Randy Orton, leading into that feud for the next couple months, and giving Brock Lesnar the win he needs to go to build him up for the Universal title picture run that they said that I've read that he's about to go on.
So you're going with Brock? I'm
going with Brock. I don't think that Brock Lesnar should lose in a straight up singles match to an established character, up and comer. If Finn Balor wins the title, have Finn Balor be the one to beat Brock Lesnar.
Fool, what do you think?
This is another hard one for me, because Yeah, as soon as they threw in the Bray Wyatt aspect on it, I'm just like, well, this definitely throws a chink in my chain of who was going to win this match. Because throughout it, I was really going to go with Randy Orton.
And also, I don't see any, unless Randy Orton brings back the punt to the head. That's for one match. I don't think he has anything that can put Brock Lesnar down for 3 seconds.
When it really comes down to it, I feel like Randy Orton is in the position to be one of the only guys who can actually quote unquote tame the beast, which is hard because it'll just I don't want them to pull another Brock Lesnar John Cena for the WWE World Title. What was it, last year or 2 years ago?
I want to say 2 years ago.
Yeah, he faced Undertaker last year.
Yeah,
right, 2 years ago. But either way, it doesn't hurt. Like, I don't think either guy will get hurt. Like where they are positioned in the company wise.
No, I agree. No matter what happens, that's not a dimension you can think of.
Yeah. I just think
they're in the company's good graces. You can't think of it that way.
They wouldn't have added that Bray Wyatt whole thing on SmackDown if that wasn't going to come into play.
And I'm also adding in the fact that they don't test him for the wellness policy, but because he's failed, they might use that even though he's not using it, he's still failing wellness policies, and they may use that as punishment and to help put over the SmackDown brand.
And also it's also because I love that line you said on Monday. He's Slater going on and on about his kids, and then Brock Lesnar just walks up and goes, I don't give a shit about
the best part is he was being the second he talked, everyone was just like, oh shit. It was like, oh, Brock's speaking, this is a big deal. And he's like, I see where you're coming from. You're doing it for your kids, and I respect that. And it's like, but let me get one thing straight. I don't give a shit about your kids. I'm like, there you go.
I was like, that was a winner's line. That was, as soon as he said that, and Brock and Randy Orton had to stare down with Bray Wyatt, I was like, Brock Lesnar gets my pick.
And you know what? Yeah, after the way you phrased that entire thing originally, I was thinking Randy Orton was going to take this. But after seeing what's on the horizon for everyone involved, with Randy Orton's with something with Bray Wyatt later on, and the tentative, just the idea of Finn Balor versus Brock Lesnar, I gotta second Brock on this one. It's too compelling a case for me.
I don't want Brock to win because Randy Orton's coming back. And he's sort of bringing back the whole legend killer aspect to his character.
Yeah, that's why I was originally going to pick.
That's why I would love to see Randy Orton's legend kill the legend of the Beast, Brock Lesnar. But
and I just don't want to see an established superstar take him down.
It's reached that point where it looks like Randy Orton is going to win. It was that one chink of the chain where they throw in Bray Wyatt. That changed everything. Yeah, and seriously, I see him hitting 2 RKOs on Brock Lesnar. He still kicks out. He's gonna set up for the punt,
and he's gonna run into his sister Abigail.
As soon as Brock set up, he's about to
and runs right into the Dolph.
We won't even have
Dolph Ziggler special RKO. I'd say have the light out. And it comes back, and he's already getting hit with it. You don't get the kiss to the forehead. You get the Dolph Ziggler special from.
I think it's gonna be different. I think it's gonna be different because we're gonna get the no silent. It's just gonna be the and he's already gonna be in it, and just Randy Orton just runs into his sister Abigail. So Bray Wyatt could do the equivalent of Sister Abigail out of nowhere.
So what you're saying is,
as soon as people look around to see the he's already in the ring.
So what you're saying is you're picking Brock to win?
I'm picking Brock to win.
Okay.
And it's only because of Bray Wyatt showing up.
Right. Again, it's just so many different factors after thinking about it and hearing your explanations that I can't help but pick Brock here. The case is too strong.
All I had to say was Finn Balor, Brock Lesnar, and it's on.
Well,
Pretty much, yeah.
Well, that wasn't sold me. It was Bray Wyatt that sold me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, just the fact...
Just adding that in, it was like, ooh, that's extra icing there.
Yeah, pretty much. It was just, no matter which factor you go with, it's just too much in that favor. But yeah, no matter how you slice it, this is looking like a great card with lots of plenty of good matches on the card. However, you might have noticed that we didn't talk too much about NXT TakeOver. Personally, I'm really looking forward to this. This was definitely going to be the match of the event. The event, thank you. The event of the week in my eyes. So it's going to be plenty of great stuff, as we all know. However, I do have one open question, a little Scholar's Quick Talk before we take it all home. Main event: Samoa Joe versus Shinsuke Nakamura for the world title, or the NXT world title. Scholar's Quick Talk question: does Nakamura win?
That's a very, like, you've told us with our Scholar's Quick Talks that we get a little elaborate at. This is not even this is like one big scholar. This is like Scholar's Talk. There is no quick on this one.
Oh, yes, there is. Just give us like a one word or one sentence. You don't have to give an explanation why. Just a yes or no. I'm going to say it right now. I'm going to say yes.
I'm going to say yes because I could see this being Samoa Joe's match going into the main roster.
Yes.
Because I can see Samoa Joe going to SmackDown.
Yeah.
I can see him going to SmackDown.
And if nothing else, even outside of all that, as far as Nakamura is concerned, this is when it's going to get his obligatory title reign, and then he'll have a good little title reign, and then he can lose it to any number of people later on down the line, so that by the time January comes around, boom, Royal Rumble, graduate him to the main roster, there you go. That's my prediction.
That'll be it.
That and Ember Moon's going to be awesome.
Mina.
Yeah, there we go. Melina. Haha. Yeah.
She reminds me of Melina, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
At least with her promos. Or video packages.
I just dig the promos, and I've seen her ring work. It's going to be great. But, hey, we already gave you our predictions, so we want to hear yours next. So, of course, feel free to drop us a line on any of the usual channels. Leave us a comment on this video. Give us a little thumbs up if you like what you hear. Subscribe if you want to hear more. Of course, you can also find us on our Facebook page. Just run a search for the Scholars of Wrestling Show. And, of course, if you want to follow us and get a little bit more in-depth, follow all the conversations, you can do what I love to do. Follow us on Twitter. You can follow us on our main account at ScholarsOW. Check in on all the latest episode uploads and updates. And, of course, if you want to find us on our personal accounts to join the conversation, Fool, where can they reach you at?
Find me at The Avataric.
Brian, what you got?
At Atomic Beanpole.
And you can follow me at I'm Robbie Rage. That's I am Robbie Rage, all one word. Join the conversation. I know I'm going to be live tweeting all weekend. It's going to be a ton of fun. And just honestly, that's one of the things I love most about not just the wrestling, but on major shows like this, just hearing what everyone's chatting about. I think it's a ton of fun.
One of the big four weekend.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to be making buffalo chicken dip. We're going to be catering. It's going to be great. Lots of good eats. But in the meantime, you know who we are. We're the Scholars of Wrestling, and you have just been schooled. You're welcome. See you for TakeOver and SummerSlam, baby.
Can you feel the heat? No.
No.
I can't hear it.